Welcome into Section 65, the official SEC football podcast for Garage Guys Fantasy Sports. I'm your host, Clay Keaton, alongside my partner and good friend, Tanner Colson. We are rolling into week 8 of the COVID college football season. A lot of interesting things to talk about, some big performers from last week. Kyle Trask is leading the Heisman candidacy. And so several things to talk about that. Matt Corral, a good week. We'll go over all that. And get ready for week 9. We got some picks for you. No Jack this week. We haven't heard from him. If you hear from Jack Jones, please let us know. Jack Jones.
Just read the name on his collar and shoot us a call.
Yeah. So if you hear from Jack Jones, tell him we're worried about him. And last I heard from him, he hung up the phone and told me he was pregnant. So I don't really know. Anyway, Tanner, week 8. Let's get ready to roll.
Big news coming. Let's ride.
A lot of big news in the SEC this week. Gonna send it over to Tanner to get the news started. A lot of things to talk about, Tanner. So let's go ahead and get it talking. Try not to get too big of a smile on your face there, newsboy.
Ooh, we got a big week ahead of us, boys, and a big week behind us. As I'm sure you guys all know, Mr. Will Muschamp, head coach of the South Carolina Gamecocks since 2015, was relieved of his duties, and all it cost was $15 million for the university. So,
good for you, Will.
Yeah, good for Will. I still stand by that the best job in the world has to be being a fired college football coach. I think he's still making money from Florida like this season. So I think he's going straight into next year, still getting paid by both schools. In some other big news, we'll be going over some of the coaching candidates a little bit later. Some guys that I might be a little bit interested, some guys that maybe are long shots, and some other news around sports. The NBA draft is tonight. It'll be yesterday at the time of recording, so that's going to be a big time deal. You know, obviously only 8 teams matter in the NBA, but everyone gets a little bit of hope this night of year. Ole Miss, Texas A&M are our only casualties this week on the SEC football schedule after the absolute bloodbath that was Week 7.
Our first full slate in a while.
Yeah, we're going to have pretty much a full slate finally. So we got a lot of games to pick from, especially after that disastrous Week 7 from me. I went 0 for 3. I don't want to talk about it. And some other news, we got on the heels of Will Muschamp getting relieved of his duties, potential first-round draft pick J.C. Horn and Israel Mukuamu, 2 of the best players on the Gamecocks, have decided to opt out for the rest of the year. I don't know if that'll be the end of it. I think we'll probably be hearing about a couple more of those guys. I don't really have much expectation going forward. Probably the smart move for guys whose draft stock is already decided. Some big college football news. Michigan lost again, 49-11 to Wisconsin. So if I'm South Carolina, I might wait on hiring a coach, maybe see what Jim Harbaugh's up to a little later in the year. And that's it for the news. You want to hop into some recaps, Clay?
Yeah, let's get into the Week 7 recaps. We only had 3 games. 38-35 Kentucky over Vanderbilt. Let's move on to Florida and Arkansas, Tanner.
That's all we got for the dumpster bowl?
That's correct.
Yeah, good for Vanderbilt putting up 35 points. Really screwed me in Vegas. I don't know. I didn't see that coming at all. Kentucky is just hard to really tell what they're doing week to week. But, good for them getting a win, especially after losing their offensive line coach. That was very cool on the first play, leaving their guy out. Also a very classy move by Vanderbilt. I know I don't say a lot of nice things about them for not accepting the penalty. But, yeah, that's about all we got for Kentucky Vandy. Moving on, we had Muschamp's last stand at Ole Miss. South Carolina valiantly did their best, lost 42-59.
One game.
Yeah, blast. If you had told me last week that the Cox would put up 42 and not cover 11 points, I would have been pretty surprised. That's kind of, I would almost have thought that they would have won straight up. But I'm just glad that we have something to remember my guy Muschamp by, which was his absolute meltdown at the end of the half with the officials. So I'm glad we got one more mad Muschamp in for the year.
Let's talk about Ole Miss, though. Seriously.
Yeah, I think it's about time we start taking that offense serious. Lane Kiffin seems to have found his footing a little bit. If they can get anything resembling a defense, it doesn't seem like anyone can really stop them.
Matt Corral, 28 for 32, 513 yards, 4 touchdowns.
couldn't miss, dropping darts left and right. And that was with our two corners that just opted out. And they're
Well, what
both,
about your running back here that's carried it 25 times for almost 250 yards and 5 touchdowns?
yeah, Kevin Harris. I tell you what, that guy has been the surprise of the year as far as the Gamecocks go. We lost Marshawn Lloyd, our top recruit at running back, and I thought we were screwed after that. But Kevin Harris just keeps showing up week after week. I think he's got the job locked down going into next year. Assuming he doesn't transfer, obviously. But 237 yards, 4 tutties. Good for Kevin Harris. Shi Smith, receiver, with another catch of the year candidate, catching it between a couple defenders in the red zone. For a little guy, he gets up there. Yeah, Matt Corral, he's the truth. I love the guy.
Florida 63, Arkansas 35. Kyle Trask threw 6 touchdown passes. Jerry Garantano hasn't thrown 6 all year.
Yeah, good for Trask. He extended his streak. Remember, everyone was talking about he was the first guy to do 5 straight games with 4 touchdowns. Comes out week 6, throws 6. So good for him. I think they were all throwing.
I don't know. All I've got is 23 for 29, 356 yards, and 6 tutties. I don't really care how he got him.
Yeah, regardless, good for Kyle Trask. Not to mention 63 points on Arkansas. They've been stingy all year. Their cover streak has been snapped, just like you called it. I thought they would keep it a little closer than that, but Kyle Trask's the truth, man. I think we got to start taking that man very seriously in the Heisman conversation.
Oh, well, isn't he the front runner now?
I think he's got to be. I feel like I haven't seen Alabama play in like 3 weeks. I feel like they're getting all these COVID games and bye weeks all kind of.
No, yeah, they haven't played in 3 weeks. This is Alabama's first game. I think they're a 30-point favorite over Kentucky.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So I wonder if maybe we're just kind of forgetting a little bit about how magical Mac Jones is. But yeah, I'm on Team Kyle. If it's up to me, I want Kyle to just keep on plugging along and take it from Mac. I've seen enough of Alabama the last couple of years.
Yeah, it should be interesting. Well, hey, let's not really quick. Felipe Franks had a good game, 15 for 19, 250 yards, 2 touchdowns. Yeah, actually, that's true. That's true. For all the shit we gave him early in the season, I think we owe him some respect. We've been easing into it the last couple of weeks, but I'm here. I'm ready to say, good for Felipe. I'm glad he landed on his feet. He's so much more likable in Arkansas red. Oh, he is. He is.
He's balling. He's playing well. Does he have any eligibility left after this year?
No, this is his grad year.
All right. Well, I'm sure, I don't know that he's a draftable guy, but I'm sure he'll do great in whatever he wants to do next year, maybe selling insurance. I don't know.
Oh, come on. He'll do something.
Let's talk about what I've been waiting to talk about all week. We got a little coaching carousel on our hands here, buddy. South Carolina, obviously, as we said earlier, got rid of Muschamp. Everyone's lining up for the job. Clearly, it's one of the great jobs in college football. Pure tradition, pure history. We've won 11 games like twice, no big deal. So we got a nice little list of candidates, I think. I think it was smart to get rid of him, kind of mid-season, kind of be the first ones in line. Some names that I've been hearing floating around. A lot of these are the betting favorites. I'm hearing a lot of Billy Napier out of University of Louisiana. They're ranked. They have been playing real well. Don't really know how I feel about getting a guy that's from a small school like that. I know he's got a little bit of experience in the SEC, knows the region pretty well. Everyone seems to think Hugh Freeze at Liberty makes a lot of sense. They've been lights out over there. They got wins over some Power 5 schools, but I think that Greg Sankey is going to get involved if the Cox try to hire him. If you guys remember correctly, he left in some suspicious circumstances at Ole Miss.
He's going to wait for a bigger job, man.
You think so? He just signed an extension through 2026. So, I think he's making like $2 million. And if you can make $2 million at Liberty and wait it out, I don't think that's a bad idea. My favorite right now, though, Tony Elliott from Clemson, the Clemson offensive coordinator. I love that idea. Get a rival coach, get him out of there finally. He's been the offensive coordinator there since Dabo's even pulled up. So I would love to see them not have full continuity on the coaching staff, maybe get a little insider info. He's an offensive innovator. I like his style. And then a sleeper, I really like this Jamie Chadwell guy out of Coastal Carolina. They're playing lights out still. I think that's a good candidate. At least get him an interview. But if I'm, the board of trustees, I say you just call the biggest name coaches out there and you just offer them the world and see if anything bites. Yeah, I say just go give Urban Meyer a bag, see what he says. Maybe he's got one last run left in him.
Yeah,
maybe a Jim Harbaugh if they want to wait. I'm sure those are my long shots. There's almost a 0% chance, but yeah, I think there's some options. I'm excited to turn the page. Let's see where we can go moving forward. Muschamp got a little stale. I really have no expectations either. Just give me like 7-8 wins every year. Put the same thing on the field every week. As long as any of these guys can do that, I'll be pretty happy. It's definitely got
I'm glad that you're embracing your Gamecock mediocrity.
Well, like obviously I want to be contending, but I just want to not suck first. If we can just not suck every couple of years, I think that would be huge. We got one of the nicest facilities in the country. We're top 20 in money made. It shouldn't be as bad of a job as it's kind of turned into. I think it's a needed change, and it's not like we've been firing guys left and right. This is the first coach we've fired since I think the 80s. But yeah, I'm excited. It feels good to be a Cox guy right now. I'm glad that Lane Kiffin came in and put the last nail in the coffin.
Yeah, I mean, it'll definitely be interesting to see who they hire. I mean, obviously, I haven't kept up with it as much as you have. I've had some stuff going on this week, but yeah, no, I definitely think it'll be interesting. I really like that guy at Coastal Carolina. I think that hiring a guy like that is risky. I think that it's a chance that you take, but I also think that sometimes it can be a good chance.
Yeah. I mean,
and honestly, I think that Eli Drinkwitz or whatever his name is Missouri. I think he's one of those good chances. I think that he's probably going to be one of those good guys who somebody got lucky and hired Bruce Pearl from UW Milwaukee.
Yeah, take a chance.
Now look at Bruce Pearl now. I mean, but you know what I'm saying. So anyway, but yeah, no, it's definitely risky. And then you could hire a guy like Derek Dooley, who just is a total bum.
Well, that's kind of where I'm held up with the whole Hugh Freeze idea too. I mean, we're just kind of in that SEC retread thing all over again. It's kind of like
but I think he's pretty proven.
No problems with him as a coach. Yeah, I mean, Muschamp basically came to South Carolina and did exactly what he did at Florida. Like, it's not like he did anything different while he was there. So, at least Hugh Freeze has a little more of a track record. Yeah, I'm excited to see kind of where we end up. I'm sure we'll be keen. I'll be keen on the little flight tracker tweets. I think that's the next stage for the coaching. We're going to start hearing about like, we saw a flight come in from all these different school locations or something. So it should be interesting to kind of see that play out.
Dude, there is this dumb redneck that I just can't stand. I think he's such a loser. I won't mention any names, but he works for some redneck radio station in Knoxville. And he, like, when all these dumbass redneck Tennessee fans thought that we were getting John Gruden, this dude, who I bet has never even flown on a plane before, I'm surprised he knew where the airport was, drives out and like sits on his phone on his Periscope for like 6 hours at the airport waiting for John Gruden to show up. And obviously he never came, but it's just hilarious that there's actually, people out there who are watching that and who are stupid enough and redneck enough to believe that John Gruden would take the Tennessee job and that you're going to catch him at the airport. But anyway, it's hilarious.
Especially with what's a 10-year contract from the Raiders on the back burner.
Yeah. Here he comes to Knoxville.
Didn't John Gruden's son like Deuce?
Yeah, his son goes to UT. So
yeah, there we go. Everyone still hops on the train. So I'm excited for all this false hope to see what happens. I'm sure it seems like we're probably going to end up with this Billy Napier guy. Good luck to whoever it is. But enough about the Cox. We're not a Cox pod. We're an SEC pod. So let's get into our picks this week, Clay.
Let's get into the picks here.
Yeah, after like I said, I'm going to let Clay lead off this week. I went 0 for 3 last week. I have debated not even giving y'all picks. I don't. Scared money don't make money. But I'm at 12-12 for the year. Clay is back up over 500 after a 2-1 week. He's 13-11, and we're not having Jack on this week, but he went 2-1 in the SEC last week, and he gave us that nice little tidbit with the Miami money line play. So shouts out to Jack. He's got a little momentum heading into next week's show.
Yeah, I agree. Should be interesting. I'm just looking at all these lines and these over-unders. I'm gonna keep riding the Gators. I'm gonna take Florida minus 31. Pretty unbelievable bet there, but I mean after that high-powered offensive game last week, I mean they're gonna come out and want to run around all over the field. Unfortunately, they're playing a team who has high school players out there, some of them. So I'll take Florida minus 31.5 over Vanderbilt.
Yeah, if they keep their foot on the gas and they put up 63 on Arkansas last week, who's got a stingy defense, if they really want to, I think they could probably put up 100 on Vandy.
Yeah, I'll take Florida minus 31. I'll take Arkansas +2 at home versus the rival LSU. I think this will be Felipe's last hurrah as a college quarterback. He'll beat the rival at home. Arkansas beats LSU this weekend. Tennessee at Auburn. We got Auburn minus 10.5. Don't know if I'll take that. You know what? If you do want to take something in that game, take the under. Because I'll tell you, one of the teams won't be scoring very many times. Yeah, I wouldn't touch that one. I don't know. Maybe that over in that Georgia-Mississippi State game, if Mississippi State can get some offense going. Missouri minus 6.5 at South Carolina.
I like that one.
Can they get it done for Bobo, or are we thinking the Tigers are gonna win that one easily?
I mean, I took Missouri minus 6.5 on that. That's gonna be one of my big picks. But
sorry, I mean, I guess I just kind of ran through all of them there, but
no, you're good. But yeah, I mean, Bobo, he's kind of a rah guy. I could see him maybe scrounging something together. But like I said, the Cox. It seemed like a lot of the players were not too happy about Muschamp leaving. I don't know how they're going to be feeling the rest of the year. We got opt-outs. We got all sorts of drama going on. Missouri's kind of got a nice little head of steam going with Drinkwitz. I'm a big Drinkwitz guy, just like you were saying. So I think Missouri minus 6.5 is probably a safe bet. Like I said, unless Bobo has some secret sauce, but even if he does, I don't see it lasting much after this week. Like I said, a lot of the players are very disgruntled. I might bet against South Carolina every week the rest of the season.
All right, I'm going to finalize. I'm going to go Florida minus 31, Arkansas +2, and I will take the over in the Alabama-Kentucky game.
I like that. I think Bama might be able to get it all by themselves.
Yeah, and Tennessee +10.5.
That's what I like to see, buddy. So I'm gonna ride with you on two of those picks. I got Tennessee +10.5. A lot of that is kind of selfishly. I need Pruitt to kind of rally this year. I like the idea of the Cox being the only SEC team looking for a new coach. Get them off the carousel. I think this could be a big game for them, comeback game. I think they might even have a chance to win it if you want to sprinkle a little money line action. I'm not advocating for that, but if you wanted to, you might look really smart next week. I'm gonna take Missouri minus 6.5, minus 6.5 at South Carolina. I just think there's too much stuff going on. I don't know if the players are going to be feeling it. Apparently, they all really like Muschamp, which is surprising given his temperament. And then this was my tough one. This was a tough one for me. I think Georgia minus 25 at Mississippi or at home against Mississippi State. Every time I bet against Mississippi State this year, it's brought me good fortune. I think Georgia's hearing all the chirping birds. I think they know that nobody respects their offense. But if there's one offense I respect less than theirs, it's Mississippi State and Mike Leach. So give me Tennessee +10.5, Georgia minus 25, and Mizzou minus 6.5. I like all those bets. Hopefully, I can get back into the positives.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Love it.
Through it. 10.5. I mean, hopefully the score will probably be 10-0. And
that's kind of what I'm thinking. I think that if Tennessee can play a little bit of defense,
it'll be 10-3 or 13-6.
Yeah. I think worst case we're looking at maybe like an Auburn 24-10 kind of a deal. Obviously that's not a cover, but I think that's like worst case. Like I don't know that this is going to be a high flying affair. I think it should be pretty close the whole time. I don't know that I see the Vols winning, but it should be a good one.
I don't know. I was listening to some bullshit Tennessee radio the other day, and they were talking about how Pruitt's really kind of shit on Malzahn over the years at Bama and even at Tennessee when in year one Pruitt was able to go down there and win that game. So I don't know. Maybe Pruitt has Malzahn's number. I don't know. I am not going to buy into that bullshit. But
could be a little cover.
Yeah, it'll be nice to cover. I mean, there's no fucking way I'm actually putting real money on Tennessee, but I'll take that as one of my bets.
Yeah. I mean,
maybe if I get another,
you've got a long year, dude. The last thing you need to be doing is riding money on your.
Oh my God! Hey, Tennessee has been, Tennessee. You can gamble legally online now on these, FanDuel, DraftKings, etc.
Oh yeah, shouts out to FanDuel. If you guys,
And yeah, and so
ever listen to this pod and you want to maybe throw us a little sponsorship, maybe give us some promo codes or something, we'll get the word out. We can get everything going for you.
yeah, we might look into that. Anyway, so FanDuel had a promotion last week in the state of Tennessee. FanDuel had Vanderbilt at like plus 84.5 for like plus 200. So Kentucky literally, I mean, Kentucky would have had to win by 85. I mean, it was some kind of a boost, some promotion. But it's
That's
just
the most
hilarious
ridiculous.
that they chose Vanderbilt to give them plus 84.
Plus 84. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people made money on that, but
I did.
that's funny after last week because there was no way I was going to touch the Arkansas-Tennessee game just because they had the promotion. But, I mean, no one's ever lost by 84. That's never happened before, I don't think ever. Maybe if you go back to when Michigan used to play up against, like, the YMCA teams back in, like, 1902, I think they were putting up, a $150 on them. But, they were like, hey, we're going to show you how to play football, and then we'll kick the shit out of you. But – that's insane. What a boost. I wish I lived in Tennessee. I'm very jealous of all the legalized gambling states. I'm still going through Vegas. But, yeah, FanDuel, give us a call. Give us a holler, buddy.
Holler at me. Go ahead and holler at all these. I don't know. I'm just kind of getting off track here. There's this, how a bunch of these coaches got asked to take a pay cut this year because of the deficits, because of COVID, and all but two of Tennessee's coaches, the two that graduated from Tennessee, they were the ones who took the pay cut. And so all week long on Twitter, all I've been reading about is how people are pissed off because Jim Chaney and all these other coaches didn't take the pay cut. And I'm thinking, well, maybe that's fair. Maybe they should have taken the pay cut. Did they really need that
After the job they've been doing, man?
Well, here's what I'm thinking. I mean, I'm thinking if I'm Jim Chaney, I'm thinking, damn, I don't have a quarterback. I can't afford to take this pay cut because I might not have a job this time next year because I literally don't have a quarterback. So he might have known that. And all these people are bitching and moaning about how these selfish Tennessee cut. And I'm thinking, okay, well, this is their livelihood here. And they are supposed to be the ones that we're entrusting to know the most about our team. So if you ask me, they probably have known all along that we were going to suck. And, like I said 5-5, and I don't know if we're going to get that, but
you can still hit it. That's still alive.
Yeah, it's still alive, but it's really bad. It's really bad. Tennessee basketball takes on UNC Charlotte next Wednesday at Thompson Bowling Arena.
Yeah, I mean, I saw today though there could be help on the way. I saw that Tennessee's got a big time quarterback coming in next year.
But yeah, Caden Salter, the number 3 overall dual threat quarterback in the country. I don't know. It'll be interesting. I very well hope that he comes in here and can play immediately, but we'll see. Harrison Bailey will have some time to develop in there too. But Harrison Bailey hasn't developed much already, according to what the coaches are telling us. And Caden will be here in like a month. So they're going to start out together in January, and don't be surprised. Hey, but Jerry Garantano could come back for a 6th year, I think.
Oh, geez, there's hope. There's plenty of hope. Y'all got all sorts of options. What about Maurer? Is he still going to be around, or is he?
Yeah, I mean, he's listed as our backup for this weekend, so I don't know.
I think he could be a decent backup. I mean, yeah, there's hope. Maybe this was their plan all along. Maybe they said, listen, this all SEC only schedule. We're not going to probably go undefeated in the SEC only, which most teams can probably realistically say. I don't know that the SEC champion's even going to go undefeated this year, but yeah, I mean, there's a future in Knoxville for sure. Is it with Pruitt?
Guest caller Joe Keeler joins us now. Keeler, are you calling about some Wednesday night action?
No, are you guys on the show right now?
We're live.
All right, well, I need you to call me back after the show. This is pretty urgent.
Oh, fuck.
All right. That's going to be on the show. It's going to be really funny. All right, bye.
That's not too important. Jeez.
Yeah, I'll get back to you guys next week on the Keeler crisis. Unless, he just texted me what it is.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. Call. One of my exes is engaged. One that
Oh, gee. Dude, Keeler just scared the hell out of me. I thought I was going to hear someone went down for the count or something.
Oh, no. He just texted me.
Is it who I think it is?
Ew, no, you don't. It's just, I don't even want to say anything.
Hey, I'm not going to put you on blast on your own show, man. That's not really my style.
I don't have anything nice to say about her. That's all I have to say. Anyway, so wow. I mean that really took a turn that I wasn't expecting. I should have never even answered the Keeler call.
Yeah, I'm actually really relieved.
I am too. Actually.
I was
No,
really
I am very relieved that everyone is okay. I'm also very relieved that I'm not the one marrying this girl. But anyway,
what a time.
Yeah, what a time! What a time, Tanner. I mean, what do we got left? We're just kind of shooting the shit here. This is this is like overtime for the people.
We're in a nice little powwow. You know, the people. We're giving the people what they want. They want a little more riffing. They want a little more out of the box stuff. But on that note, I think we can probably put this one to bed.
Yeah, let's take it to the house. Let's recap really quick. I'm going Florida -31, Arkansas +2, Tennessee +10.5. Lock it in. I'll also take the over in the Kentucky-Alabama game.
All right, and just to piggyback off that, I'm riding with Clay. We're going Tennessee +10.5. I love Georgia -25. They got something to prove. I don't know if Stetson's even playing, but I don't know if it really matters. Missouri -6.5 at South Carolina. Lock it in. Let's load. Let's ride.
That's right. We got some action going on right now. I'm about to get over there and check the games.
NBA draft, LaMelo Ball to the Hornets.
Has that already happened?
Yeah, it just happened.
Was he the first pick?
No, he was the third pick.
LaMelo Ball.
Yeah, so I think Anthony Edwards out of Georgia went first. Then they got James Wiseman out of Memphis went second. LaMelo Ball ended up in Buzz City. If nothing else, he'll sell a lot of shoes.
Michael Jordan has drafted LaMelo Ball.
Yeah, I mean, if he can just dribble a little bit of him into LaMelo, we might have a baller on our hands.
Just got word that LaMelo Ball has been drafted by the Charlotte Hornets. Going to send it over to my confidant Beach Galloway, who's in Charlotte right now. Beach, what do you think about LaMelo Loser Ball? He's now your fierce leader.
He's going to sell a lot of tickets. I know that much.
A lot of shoes.
LeVar Ball is going to be at the same bars as Cappy.
I got to go on that one. But, yeah, that is hilarious. Can't get too much Cup talk involved.
Yeah. Yeah, we keep Cup out of this. We keep Cup life and work life separate.
Well, Tanner, it should be an interesting weekend. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games. We're betting on 3 of them. I'm betting on 4 of them with that over. So, I'm not betting.
We've been living on the edge for weeks now with 3-4 games to pick from. I'm glad I can just sit back and hang out and watch.
I literally do not give a shit what happens in the Tennessee game. A win or loss doesn't mean anything. I mean, obviously I want to win, but pretty much is he just is in big trouble if you ask me.
No, he's playing the long game. He's playing for 2021. I respect it.
Well, Rick Barnes and the Tennessee Basketball Volunteers will take the court next week, and also as announced today, they take on number 1 Gonzaga December 2nd.
All right, guys, if you like what we're doing on the show, feel free to like and subscribe. Leave a nice little review. Unless it's a bad review, then go leave it on someone else's pod. Yeah, we got a big game this week, full slate. Clay, I think we're out of here, bud.
Yeah, Tanner, sayonara. See you next week.
Go Vols, bud.